Hello students, welcome to Showed Up Sir classes. My name is Professor Himadri Datta. So we are continuing our discussion by solving the IES 2015 question paper. So today we will be focusing on General Economics paper number 1 and we are solving section A question number 1J. So today we'll look at the question number 1J from section A of 2015 General Economics paper number 1. So 1J, the question goes like this. Find out the total demand for industries 1, 2, 3 if. So we have to find out the total demand. Say total demand is given by X. So we have to find the total demand for X1, 1 industry, 2 industry and 3 industries. If the coefficient matrix and final vector B are given as like this. So first what we have to do is, we know we have to find out the values of x1, x2, x3. But first what we have to do is, we have to write down the matrix and vector. Which goes like this. A equals to 0.3, 0.4, 0.1, 0.5, 0.2, 0.6, 0.1, 0.3, 0.1 into B is 20, 10, 30. So this thing, this is B, this part is given in the question. Now you have to find the value of x1, x2 and x3. Now in order to find out x1, x2, x3, what we have to do is, we know that x is equals to I minus a to the power 1 b. So we know this, x is equals to I minus a to the power minus 1 into b. Now how do we find the value of x from here? So for that, first thing we have to do is, we have to find what is I minus a. Now what is I minus a? Now I minus a goes like this. I minus a will be equals to I is 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Now this will be the I term. Now from here we have to minus the a term. Now you can see it in the question paper. The a is given as minus 3, 0 0.4, 0.1, 0 0.5, 0.2, 0.6, 0.1, 0.3 and 0.1. Now if you minus this from this, if you minus 1 from 0.3, you will get it to be 0.7, minus 0.4, then you will get minus 0.9, sorry, minus 0.1, 0.5 minus 0.8 minus 0.6 minus 0.1 minus 0.3 and 0.9. So we have found the value of I minus a to be like this, which is 0.7 minus 0.4 minus 0.1, 0.5. So this you can do simply by subtracting this from this. See, from 1 minus 0.3 is nothing but 0.7. 0 minus 0.4 is nothing but minus 0.4. So in this way you can find the value of I minus a, which is needed in order to find this value x. Now in order to find this, we have to first find this one. So now what we have to do is, we have to find the determinant of we have to find I minus, this is determinant, this is in matrix form, this is determinant. What will be the answer? In order to find this, what we have to do is, the first thing we have to do, we have to take this as 0.7. See, on the first term, here we'll write it 0.7. When we are keeping the first term or taking the first term, what we'll do is, this column will close, this column will close. So we are left with just this region. So what we will do with this region is that we'll multiply this with this. So this with this will be 0.72. 0.72 minus this into this. Now this into this will be 0.18. As you can see, 3 into 6 is 18. So we'll be left with this. Now similarly, if you do the same thing with this, that is, if you take this term, then you will close this one and this one. So you will be left with these two here, these two here. Similarly, what we will do, you will multiply this with this minus this and this. So here we will also get 0.4. We'll keep it here. Now, if you know this, the first term will be minus. As there is 0.4 which is minus, it will become plus. Minus 0.45 minus 0.06. If you solve this equation the same way, it will be like this: minus 0.1, 0.15 plus 0.01. Now if you solve this, we'll get the value 0.151. Now given the time constant, we are not simply explaining it like with too much explanation. Now what we have to understand is this: we have to find the value of x. In order to find the value of x, we first have to find this thing matrix in matrix form I minus a, and then we have find it in a determinant term, which is modulus I minus a. So the value is found to be 0.151. So we have found this value to be 0.151. So now I'll rub this off. If you remember, what was our focus? Our focus was to find x, which is I minus a to the power minus 1 into b. So our focus was to find this. From here we first have to find this. As you know, b is given, we have to find this. Now the value of this is equals to 1 minus a, 1 by I minus a into this adj 1 minus a. So now how will we be able to find this? We have found the value of this to be equals to 0.151. We have already found it. And now we have to find this term, which is adg 1 minus a. So we have to find this value now. How we find this value? This is also very simple. In order to find adjoint, what we have to do is, the first thing we have to do, see, if you look at this equation, which we have written here like this, 0.7 minus 0.4, by multiplying this, by subtracting this from this, we have found it to be 0.1 minus 0.5, 0.8, minus 0.6, minus 0.1, minus 0.3 and 0.9. So now what we have to do, similarly the way we did it there, we have to cross this, we have to close this and and if you multiply this with this, we'll be getting 0.72. 0.72 minus this into this. So if you continue this way, we'll get it to be like this. The value of this will be equals to 0.54, 0.51, 0.23, 0.39, 0.62, 0.25, 0.32, 0.47, 0.36. So we'll find the value to be like this. How did we find this value? 0.54. In order to find it, what we have to do is, first see, we'll take this term, okay. First we'll close this and this. If you multiply this with this, like this, then we'll get 0.72. Then we'll put a minus sign here. If you multiply this with this, we'll get 3 into 6 is 18, 0.18. So 0.75 minus 0.18 is nothing but 0.54. Similarly, when we'll find this value, we'll close this and this. We'll multiply this minus this. So this way we can find the value of this. Now our objective is to find the value of adjoint 1 minus a. In order to find this, first thing we have to do is we have to find this. Then we have to transport this. We'll write to the power minus t. So what will happen is that this entire term will shift its position this way. If you transport this, then it will become like this. See, it is 0.54, 0.39, 0.32 here. So we'll write 0.54. The column will become row. And this term will become like this. And this term will become like this. So this is nothing but the adjoint I minus E. Now why do we need this? We need this in order to further solve our objective, which was to find I minus A, which will be equals to 1 by I minus A, which we have already found. If you have any doubt, you can refer to the earlier part of this video, into adjoint I minus A. Now we have also found this value, which is like this. So now we'll put all the values that we have found. So what we'll do is we'll write down x equals to this term into b. So it will be like this. See, now for this we know this is the thing. So 1 by, we have found the value of this to be 0.151, and we have found the value of this to be this. So we'll put the entire value 0.54, 0.39. See, I'm just putting the value from there. 0.32, 0.51, 0.62, 0.47, 0.23, 0.25, 0.36. And then we have another term which is b, which is given, that would be 20, 10, 30. Now if you solve this equation simply, solve this equation, we'll find this equation to be equals to 160.927, 210,987, and 201,987, 118,543. This is nothing but the value of x1, this is nothing but the value of x2, this is nothing but the value of x3. So now we are done with this sum. I'll read it the question paper again. which goes like this. Found out the total demand function for 1, 2, 3 firms. See, the coefficient matrix is given by this and this. So what we have to do is, first we need to understand how we find the value of x. The value of x is found by determinant of I minus a to the power minus 1 into b. Now b is given. What we have to do is, we have to find the value of this. Now the value of this, we have written it down to be like this: 1 by determinant I minus a into adjoint I minus a. So first we have to find this value, then we have to take this value, we have to find this value which we have solved in this examination, in this video. Then out of this we have found the value of x1, x2, x2 to be this 3. Now if you have any query, doubt or suggestion, I'll be giving my number. You can WhatsApp me on this number, which is 9836793076. I'm repeating again, it is 9836793076. You can also go to our website, which is www.showedupsirclasses.com. There you will get a lot of other videos like this, and you will get IES question papers material. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day ahead.